soul travelers. How are you doing today? I call you soul travelers because you have decided to start your spiritual journey. So, welcome to my channel. I'd just like to say congratulations on your decision to start your spiritual journey. I myself still on mine, as it is a never-ending journey, and I started this channel to share things that I have learned through experience and through obtaining information, and my hope is that we can grow together. With all that said, let's jump right into the video, and if you stick around to the end, I have a gift for you all. Okay, so this video, what led me to make this video is that I've been seeing the question everywhere on groups and spiritual communities that I belong to online. This question: how do I start my spiritual journey? Where do I start at? Been contemplating the answer to this question, and in my opinion and from my experience, the answer to that question is to know yourself first. That's right. That's the first step, getting to know yourself. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, I know myself better than anybody. Hello, it's me. But I will tell you that once I started my spiritual journey, like really got serious about it, I quickly discovered that I did not know myself as well as I thought all this time. The person that we think we are is what is known in the spiritual world as the ego. The ego is the personality we've created to exist in this world. It's who we are, like, at a surface level. Okay? As you travel on your spiritual path, you're going to discover some interesting things, okay? You're going to discover things that you like, that you never knew you liked. Even more surprising, you're going to discover things that you thought you liked much of your life that you actually don't. And this is going to spread into opinions that you thought you had as well. A lot of them may be subject to change, as well as forming new and different opinions about many things. The purpose in our spiritual journey, well, I won't say the purpose, but one of the big things we must focus on in order to reach our higher self, our inner selves, is we have to strip away that ego that I was just talking about. And as you become like more in tune with your higher self, getting in tune with spirit, God, the universe, whatever you would like to call it, what usually happens is this domino effect, that snowball effect, where like you get this information and it leads you to go research this and that, and it's just kind of like it just keeps opening doors. And that's much of the way the spiritual journey works once you get in tune with that inner self. So with all that being said, the burning question is, how do we get to know ourselves? What can we do? Today I'm going to share with you 2 tools that I believe can just kind of help you open that first door and get that ball rolling. The first, getting to know your birth chart, studying your birth chart. And the second is discovering your life path number. So, what is a birth chart? Your birth chart is going to be all about how all the planets were placed when you were born. Okay, a lot of us know our sun sign. That's the sign you give whenever someone asks you, what's your sign? Hey, I'm a Capricorn. Okay, so that is where the sun was placed when you were born. But we have all these other planets: Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Pluto, Venus. Maybe I said Venus already, but anyway, the list goes on. So where all these planets were placed, we've been placed in different signs. And these different placements, you're going to see how it influences your personality. And you don't need to know all about astrology like to do this. You actually go on to Google and find a birth chart calculator, which I'm going to be leaving my favorite one that I feel is like most accurate and like touches on all of that in the description box below. There's going to be a link so that you, at the end of this video, you can click on it and calculate your birth chart. And so it's going to happen. You're going to see a very detailed description of what it all means. Okay, it's going to be all laid out for you. And it's going to be pretty exciting and surprising because it's going to help you discover things about yourself. And it's just so interesting to read about yourself and see how this stuff starts resonating with you, things that you may not have consciously been aware of before. And it's going to help you understand how you operate in different areas of your life. I spent a lot of my life trying to fit like a round peg into a square hole, or a square peg into a round hole, however you say it. My birth chart really helped me understand this, but it also helped me figure out how to go along my spiritual path that was in the best way for me. Like, so for example, my sun sign, my normal sign that I tell everyone, is Capricorn. So that means I'm supposed to be reserved, logical, practical, conservative. I'm a goal setter. Capricorns are goal setters, driven to reach those goals, like at all costs, all that serious stuff, you know. And I couldn't understand a lot of my life why, as a Capricorn, who's supposed to be all goal-oriented and stuff, why did I have so much trouble jumping from one thing to another? It's like I always had trouble sticking to something. You know, set a goal or find something I'm interested in, and then I'd just be like, boom, a couple weeks later, a few months later, I'm on something else. And I was like, that's so un-Capricorn-like. So when I did my birth chart, and I found out that my ascending sign, or some call it a rising sign, was a Gemini. And Geminis are known for this. They're just like jack of all trades. Like, they know a little bit about everything, but they're all over the place, like changing their mind like constantly. Like, they can't seem to stay committed to anything. And a quick explanation: an ascendant sign or a rising sign, you're going to see that in your chart. And basically, it is how the world perceives you, how you appear to the world from the outside. Okay. So just a little tip: don't give yourself a headache with all like the technicalities, because you're going to see a lot of little stuff in that chart. Don't worry about understanding it. Just simply start with reading the descriptions about what these different planetary placements means for you. And as you study it more, the more you'll come to understand how it all works. And you can always refer back to your chart to help you in different areas of your life. Okay, I won't go too deep into those particulars right now because I'll be doing a video on that later. So just make sure you click that link at the end of this video to calculate your birth chart. And now we're going to move on into the second tool, life path numbers. Alright, so life path numbers. First of all, let me just say that I am in love with the art of numerology. I'll be doing a video on that later to break it all down, but today we are just going to focus upon your life path number. So it's life path number. It is a lot like the zodiac, but a little bit different, but it's going to give you even more insight into yourself. And the way that you find out your life path number is you add your birthday straight across until you get a single digit, and it's going to be a digit 1 through 9, and it's going to be one of those numbers. Now, you don't need to know how to calculate it. I'll break that down in another video that I dedicate to numerology. But you can go on Google. There are many calculators to find your life path number. However, I'm going to leave my favorite one in the description box below. There'll be a link. So at the end of this video, you can click on it and get to reading up on yours. Now, I will share with you a little bit about my personal life path number so that you just kind of get an idea. And also let me say that your life path number is going to give you some insight into your purpose in this lifetime, which is a big part of our spiritual journey of walking this path, is to know our soul's purpose. All right, so my life path number is a number 2. That's all about creating harmony, creating balance, mediation. On the flip side of it, it is a dual sign. It's duality, 2. So on the flip side of that, I suffer with issues of codependency, and learning my life path number really kind of helped me understand a lot more about that. Also, a very interesting thing earlier in my life, I was diagnosed with something called borderline personality disorder. It's pretty much what it sounds like. No, I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have two people that and they don't know each other. No, it's literally like living with two different people at the same time, a little bit different. And my life path number 2, the description of it helped me understand that a lot better, and so I no longer really claim that diagnosis. I believe it's a bit deeper than just psychological in the brain. I believe it goes a lot deeper into the spirit, and numerology. Knowing my life path number really helped me understand that. Now, each number has an energy to it, and so you're going to read about that. Some of you will have a secondary life path number, which is called a master number. There's 3 of them, 11, 22, and 33. I'm not going to go too deep into that in this video, as I'll be explaining that in another video. So for now, just find your life path number, 1 through 9. Just click the link, put your birth date into the calculator, and read about yourself, as this video is about getting to know yourself and opening those doors. Now, I know that the spiritual path, when you're starting it, can just be like really confusing on where to start, but the fact that you are watching this video says that you're already taking that very first step. Your higher self is already waking up and getting ready to go on your journey. And so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. For a quick recap, where to start to get on your spiritual path. Know yourself. How do we do that? We're going to start by studying our birth charts, studying our life path numbers. Now, these are not just for you to read just once and forget it. No, you're going to want to refer back to these again and again. I myself still do. And you're going to see insight, maybe at a later time when you get further in your journey, some things that might speak to you a little bit differently than it did initially, as you come to know yourself a little more. And in the beginning of the video, I did mention that I have a gift for you. So I'm going to be leaving my email in the description box below. For those of you who are interested, email me for your one-time free general tarot card reading. Okay, so links are in the description box. Click on them, put your information in, get to know yourself, and I will see you at the next stop, soul travelers. Bye-bye now.